You're mad.
If I wasn't, this would probably never work.
And that was Pirates of the Caribbean Part 3 at World's End. And I'm Jason Govine.
And I'm Bodie Plekas.
And this is Movie Reviews for You. I didn't like it.
And I can understand why. Pirates of the Caribbean Part 3 is a convoluted mess. Kitchen sink filmmaking. It picks up where Part 2 left off. Johnny Depp is lost in Davy Jones's locker wherever that is.
Yeah.
And some people are alive, some people who are dead are back again. It's a mess.
You know, I got the feeling that I was being held hostage in this film. I don't take away from, people that wrote the film and produced and directed, because I know they do a lot of work in the grips and whatnot, but it was just too much. I mean, understanding it's $200 million budget, $250, doesn't mean that you have the right to make me sit in this damn theater for that long of time and be put to this mess of, 7 different Johnny Depp's running around in his, this salt lick of a hell he's in. And it's like, well, stop. Where is the film going?
And you bring up one thing that I actually think is the good thing about it, which is Johnny Depp. But however, Johnny Depp shows up, I think, more than 20 minutes into the film, and he's the best thing about it. When you're doing any kind of product, the first thing you learn is to find out what's really great about it and stick to it as tight as you possibly can.
Hello.
Johnny Depp is this film.
Yes.
And when he's on, it works. But it's just not enough to save it. It is overindulgent. It's bloated, and with that sound track sounded like the Ride of the Valkyries, and then I saw it's like some Hans Zimmer, and I said, "Oh my God, we're dealing with some German opera here." And everything was so bloated with like self-importance.
It just took too long to get to where it was supposed to be doing, and Keira Knightley, I have no problem with her either, but it was just like, somewhere along the line of page 130, someone should have said, okay, let's just cut it back a little bit. It just went to the point where, as someone in the filmmaking industry, they should know what they have to deliver. Look at something like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Equally as long as a budget is big, as we talked about off camera, they at least had a formula that they stuck to and it worked.
I agree with you. And there's no arguing that the special effects in this are really good. And you could, the best of the film is saved for last. The action sequences at the end are really good. They really work. Jeffrey Rush, as you said, is really good. The monkey's really good. And the other monkey, Orlando Bloom.
Oh, hello.
Also, but the thing that, Jason, I got to tell you, the thing that really bugs me about this, and bugged me about too as well, is that you started off with a great premise. That first film is light, it's not weighed down, and it's based on a really great character and a really great performance. And what do? Immediately, for 2 films, completely got away from it. Now, they've left themselves an out for a 4.
Yes.
And you got to believe there's going to be a 4 because they
do.
made a ton of money, and Johnny Depp's on record saying he loves making this film. Let's hope they go back to what really makes these films good instead of just doing what they think is going to make them money.
My question for you, what did you think of Keith Richards as Johnny Depp's father?
Well, when he first came on, I actually didn't even recognize him.
Neither did I. I was like, who's this?
And then afterwards I thought, well, he was pretty good. And I mentioned to my wife who was there with me, and she said, he had no presence. I said, but he's not an actor. She said, exactly.
Oh, see, I didn't feel that way. I thought, you know what? I would like to see it go in that direction. Like if there was something more about, Johnny Depp's character, maybe the formative years or something like that, where there'd be a backstory to it. Because that would be interesting rather than all this other foolishness we were forced to deal with. That to me would be interesting. But how did he start off? Where did it happen? With great performances by Jeffrey Rush, Johnny Depp, and the monkey, it was just not enough to save this movie. A lot of people might not agree with me, but I don't care. It was too damn long. It was too much going on, way too convoluted. It doesn't work for me. Sorry.
And I basically have to agree with Jason. It's worth seeing Johnny Depp in another great performance. There's some great action sequences, and you almost have to see the film or you'll be left out of the whole universe. But me too. Not a great film, not really worth the money. Sorry.
In any case, I'm Jason Govine.
And I'm Bodie Plekas.
And thanks for coming to
Movie Reviews for You. We'll see you next time.
We sure will. Or something like that. There we go. Stay classy.